world is full of magic things, patiently waiting for our senses to grow sharper. I have spread my dreams under your feet. Tread softly, because you tread on my dreams. For he would be thinking of love till the stars had run away and the shadows eaten the moon. Education is not the filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire. Come away, O human child, to the waters and the wild, with a fairy hand in hand, for the world's more full of weeping than you can understand. Had I the heavens embroidered cloths, enwrought with golden and silver light, the blue and the dim and the dark cloths of night and light are the half-light, I would spread the cloths under your feet. But I, being poor, have only my dreams. Fairies, come take me out of this dull world, for I would ride with you upon the wind, run on top of the disheveled tide, and dance upon the mountains like a flame. A mermaid found a swimming lad, picked him up for her own, pressed her body to his body, laughed, and plunging down, forgot in cruel happiness that even lovers drown. Life is a long preparation for something that never happens. Never give all the heart, for love will hardly seem worth thinking of to passionate women if it seem certain, and they never dream that it fades out from kiss to kiss. For everything that's lovely is but a brief, dreamy kind of delight. Oh, never give the heart outright, for they, all smooth lips can say, have given their hearts up to the play. And who could play it well enough if deaf and dumb and blind with love? He that made this knows all the cost, for he gave all his heart and lost. What can be explained is not poetry. Being Irish, he had an abiding sense of tragedy, which sustained him through temporary periods of joy. There is another world, but it is in this one. Wine comes in at the mouth, and love comes in at the eye. That's all we know for truth before we grow old and die. I lift the glass to my mouth. I look at you and sigh. Out of the quarrel with others, we make rhetoric. Out of the quarrel with ourselves, we make poetry. Let us go forth, the tellers of tales, and seize whatever prey the heart longs for, and have no fear. Everything exists. Everything is true, and the earth is only a little dust under our feet. In dreams begin responsibilities. Turning and turning in the widening gyre, the falcon cannot hear the falconer. Things fall apart. The center cannot hold. Mere anarchy is loosed upon the world. The blood-dimmed tide is loosed, and everywhere the ceremony of innocence is drowned. The best lack all conviction, while the worst are full of passionate intensity. I'm looking for the face I had before the world was made. Do not wait to strike till the iron is hot, but make it hot by striking. Think like a wise man, but communicate in the language of the people. There are no strangers, only friends you have not met yet. All empty souls tend towards extreme opinions. I bring you, with reverent hands, the books of my numberless dreams. The worst thing about some men is that when they are not drunk, they are sober. I know that I shall meet my fate somewhere among the clouds above. Any fool can fight a winning battle, but it needs character to fight a losing one. And that should inspire us. Which reminds me that I dreamed the other night that I was being hanged, but was the life and soul of the party. Too long a sacrifice can make a stone of a heart. Hearts are not had as a gift, but hearts are earned by those who are not entirely beautiful. Too many things are occurring for even a big heart to hold. Hope and memory have one daughter, and her name is Art, and she has built her dwelling far from the desperate field where men hang out their garments upon forked bows to be banners of battle. O beloved daughter of hope and memory, be with me for a while. When you are old and gray and full of sleep and nodding by the fire, take down this book and slowly read and dream of the soft look your eyes had once and of their shadows deep. We can make our minds so like still water that beings gather about us that they may see, it may be, their own images, and so live for a moment with a clearer, perhaps even with a fiercer life because of our quiet. We can only begin to live when we conceive life as a tragedy. Myself, I must remake. It takes more courage to examine the dark corners of your own soul than it does for a soldier to fight on a battlefield. Happiness is neither virtue nor pleasure, nor this thing nor that, but simply growth. We are happy when we are growing. A softness came from the starlight and filled me full to the bone. One should say before sleeping, I have lived many lives. I've been a slave and a prince. Many a beloved has sat upon my knee, and I have sat upon the knees of many a beloved. Everything that has been shall be again. Think where man's glory most begins and ends, and say, my glory was that I had such friends. Be not inhospitable to strangers, lest they be angels in disguise. We taste and feel and see the truth. We do not reason ourselves into it. People who lean on logic and philosophy and rational exposition end by starving the best part of the mind. Literature is always personal. Always one person's view of the world, one person's experience, and it can only be popular when people are ready to welcome the visions of others. It is so many years before one can believe enough in what one feels, even to know what the feeling is. The mystical life is at the center of all that I do and all that I think and all that I write. Where there is nothing, there is God. What is literature but the expression of moods by the vehicle of symbol and incident? And are there not moods which need heaven, hell, purgatory, and fairyland for their expression, no less than this dilapidated earth? No, there are not moods which shall find no expression unless there be men who dare to mix heaven, hell, purgatory, and fairyland together, or even to set the heads of beasts to the bodies of men, or to thrust the souls of men into the hearts of rocks. For the winds that awakened the stars are blowing through my blood. What do we know but that we face one another in this place? When one gets quiet, then something wakes up inside one, something happy and quiet, like the stars.